Hi guys, I'm Suzanne with Backyard University, here to answer the question of how to rot a tree stump fast. While there are some shortcuts, none of them are immediate. For soft wooded trees such as white pine or Douglas fir, you may be waiting for more than a decade or two for the stump to decompose. And for hardwoods such as an oak tree, it can take up to 50 years for the magic to happen. Just a fun fact, it takes longer for an oak tree stump to decompose than it does to grow from a seed to maturity, which is 30 to 40 years. A few ways to quicken the process is to cut the stump close to the ground. Use a drill bit 3/8 of an inch in diameter. Drill your holes 2 inches apart and at least 8 inches deep. Once your holes are drilled, you can fill the holes with an accelerator such as a fertilizer high in nitrate or just simply water, or you can use Epsom salt or rocks and then add your water to the holes. Once you've used your accelerator, cover the stump with a heavy tarp and secure it with rocks or stakes. While these do-it-yourself solutions may speed up the process, you're still looking at years before you see any real progress, and chances are you will need to redo your steps many times. You can also try a commercial stump remover such as this one from Bonide. Once your holes are drilled, fill them with Stump-Out and wait 4 to 6 weeks or use it to burn the stump out. If you don't want to wait for it to rot, remove it. There are many tried and true ways where you don't have to wait weeks, months, or years for the results. You can dig small stumps out by hand. To do this, make sure you have a clean space to work around the stump. The larger the stump, the more room you will need. Clear all your debris, grass, mulch, rocks, etc. Once the area is clean, dig a trench large enough to expose all the roots. Take your shovel or axe and chop off any roots attached to the tree. You can use your pruner to cut the roots or any smaller roots. Once complete, use your shovel as a lever to loosen the stump from the ground. Use your pruners or axe to cut the roots that are now visible as it loosens. Repeat the process until the stump can be removed. This method, while effective and quick, is meant for smaller trees. Most of us don't have enough upper body strength to remove a tree stump with a shovel or an axe. Thankfully, there are tools to help us, namely a winch. Using a winch takes the cardio out of a tree stump removal. It is an effective and fast way of removal. To remove a tree stump with a winch, clean your space as you would if you were pulling it out by hand, and make a trench around the tree, exposing the tree's roots. Then attach a cable around the tree and hook the cable to the winch. Use another tree as an anchor. Place a piece of wood, anything that will use as a buffer for the removal. Remember, you don't want to damage a healthy tree. You can also use a truck, boulder, or any large, strong, stabilizing anchor. Once your winch is anchored, you can pull it from the ground without exerting too much energy. Using a stump grinder is a sure way to remove your unwanted stumps. While most of us don't have a stump grinder lying around, if you have a large property, you may want to invest in one, or you can rent one from your local Home Depot or call a tree service that will take care of it. The first few steps are the same as in any stump removal. You must prep the area, cleaning away the debris. Raise your grinder a few inches away from the stump. Using a sweeping motion, begin grinding it slowly. Depending on the size of the stump, the entire process should take a few hours. Once the stump is gone, fill the hole with wood, topsoil, or mulch. If you do not want to do it yourself, you can call a tree service. Their price will reflect how large each tree is and how hard the wood is. Oaks being more than pines. They'll also have a minimum price, usually around $100. There is one way that will take care of the stump, and you might think it's lazy, but it's effective, cheap, and not too much exercise is involved. Again, clean around the tree stump. Next, dig a trench large enough for you to work around, about 4 inches deep. Use your saw and cut the stump as close to the ground as possible. Cover the hole with some mulch, dirt and grass, and your problem is fixed, unless you want to plant another tree in the same spot. If you decide to burn out your tree stump, first check with local authorities and law regarding fires as well as weather conditions. To do it, you would drill holes about 2 inches apart and 10 inches deep into your stump. If you can only go 8 inches, you'll be fine. Next, clear your area of all debris. Since you will ignite a fire, you must ensure there are no pine needles, leaves, or anything that can start a fire. Once you're clear, soak the holes with kerosene, using kerosene instead of gas because it is less volatile. Place a large metal barrel around your area and watch carefully as the stump disappears. If you have any other backyard concerns, click the link below to some of our other videos. We've supplied links below to the mentioned products, and don't forget to like and subscribe.